If you're struggling to pay some bills, or you're having car trouble, or you're needing some extra cash, and you don't want to have a loan, you want a line of credit, meaning that with a line of credit, you can borrow it, pay it down, borrow it again without keeping to apply over and over and over, then this video is going to help you, because I'm going to tell you about the 5 easiest places to get a line of credit up to $10,000. Now, the first one is checking the cash. Now, many of you have heard of checking the cash. Hey, some of you may have even used it, checking the cash. But the interesting thing about checking the cash, they have a program called the Flex Line of Credit, okay? And so with this here Flex Line of Credit, as you can see, they go from 100 up to $4,000, depending on the states. Now, in terms of what states they actually operate in, as you can see the list. So if you're in one of these states, they may be able to help you. So it looks like, what, in all 50 states? So that's a good thing, to be able to find a place. And again, it's a flex line, so it's not a loan, it's a flex line where you use it, pay it down. Now, please keep in mind that with these here lenders I'm talking about, of course the interest rates is going to be much higher than your traditional credit unions as well as your banks, all right? But the good part about it, they don't focus on your credit score. They focus on if you have an active bank account. Do you have income constantly coming into the bank account? So can you be on welfare disability? Absolutely. So you still can qualify. Can you be a DoorDash driver, an independent contractor? Absolutely. You can qualify for this, all right? Now, another thing about it, here's a few questions that some of you all may have. How do I close a flex line? Can I still get a flex line even if I have bad credit? Yes, even if you have bad credit in the past, or still have less than perfect credit, you may still be eligible for a flex line if you meet basic eligibility. So again, your basic eligibility, having an active bank account, okay? Having an active phone number, having an active email. So if you have some of those basics, then you should be able to qualify, making sure you have income coming in, all right? Now, another one is Elastic. They have a line of credit through the Bank of Republic. So this is their line of credit. It goes anywhere from $500 up to $4,500, all right? Now, some of the questions for them: what is Elastic? How much can you borrow? We've discussed that. And like I said, it's from $500 to $4,500. Am I eligible? This is their criteria. 18, reside in one of the states that they actually operate in, okay? Active checking account, all right, to verify identity. So that's some of their criteria. Are they in all states? They're not in all states, okay? So that's something that you may need to know. They're not in all states. Usually like highly regulated states like New York, they may not offer like this here program, okay? Do you check my credit during the process? They do check your credit, okay? But at the same time, like I said, I have multiple lenders if you're worried about your credit. But most of the time with these here type of flex lines of credit, they're not really focused on the line of credit. They're just wanting to make sure that you're able to pay. Now, they may check your credit to see if you're currently in a bankruptcy or something like that. That's the reason they may be checking the credit, okay? Or making sure that you don't already have a loan out with them, or you hadn't taken advantage of them in the past, all right? So the next one is NetPay Advance, okay? And so the thing about it with NetPay Advance, the amount of money that they actually loan you, as we can see here, is up to $3,000, all right? 18, active bank account. Like I said, you have to have an active bank account, valid address in a service area, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. What states they operate in, the states that they operate in is California, Texas, Kansas, Missouri, Utah, Tennessee. So those are the states they operate in for this here NetPay Advance. Now, Your next lender is NetCredit. NetCredit offers a line of credit as well. And as you can see here, this won't affect your credit score. So you can check and see if you're eligible without affecting your credit score. And as you can see, they loan up to $4,500. Now let me reiterate, with these type of lenders, the interest rate may be higher than your traditional credit unions or your traditional banks. Also, with this here type of lender, well, they will let you qualify, but at the same time, this here lender may do a hard inquiry once you actually accept the amount of money they're willing to offer you. Okay, so that's very important that they may put a hard inquiry after you accept, not before. Okay, so I know some people may have issues saying, well, they put a hard inquiry. No, they will not put a hard inquiry until you actually accept what they're offering you. Okay, and they also offer the personal loans, but this is about the line. If you are in the gig economy, another lender you want to take into consideration is Fundo, and I talk a lot about Fundo. Now, please keep in mind, they're not in every state, and they are merchant cash advance, so that means that the interest rate is going to be much higher. But one of the things about it, as you can see, they loan up to $10,000, and you can get it the same day. Alright, so if you're in the gig economy, and so what do I mean about the gig economy? Here's what I mean. You're doing Uber, Lyft, rideshare, handyman, tax rabbit. If you have a small business, you're a trucker, taxi, salon. So these are just some of the things that qualify. Having an active bank account, and here's the main bank account that connects to Plaid or Decision Logic. So where some institutions, they would say, do you have pay stubs? And people will go out and create pay stubs. Well, they're getting away from that. So you won't be able to create your own pay stubs anymore. If you need legitimate, real pay stubs, click the link in the description, but you just creating your own pay stubs on your own, that's not going to fly anymore. They want to see if you actually have real deposits. So being real deposits, they're going to use Plaid or Decision Logic. Now the minimum income for them is $1,500, all right? And the time in business is at least 90 days, all right? You guys that have bad credit but just want a loan, then you may want to look at Uprover. Now with Uprover, they offer personal loans from $300 up to $5,000, but they charge simple interest, okay? So what that means that they don't have a fluctuation of interest on the loan, all right? Now again, like I said, you can actually apply for this type of lender without it affecting your personal credit, all right? And as a matter of fact, when you actually accept the loan, they won't put the hard inquiry in there, but once you start paying the loan back, then what they'll do, they'll start reporting those positive payments to the credit bureau. Rise Credit, their loans go anywhere from $500 up to $5,000, all right? And again, you don't have to worry about not affecting your credit score. This has nothing to do with your credit score. Now, one of the things I want you all to understand, that Rise will, when a lender tells you they do not do a hard pull on credit, what they usually do, they would use like third-party companies. Now, here with Rise Credit, they would tell you that we report to Experian and TransUnion, but they also may report to Clarity, which is owned by Experian, and Telecheck, which is owned by TransUnion. Now, with some of these lenders, they may also check LexisNexis. And so they're looking at identifiers to verify the information that's on the credit file is matching what's on the application. For fraud purposes, that's the reason you won't see that hard inquiry. And you do have to have an active bank account. So if you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.